Here we go. Okay, let's see. Change that. This one. Nice. Okay, nice. It's done. So here we are going to create the character together. If you have any questions or anything, please tell me, because I know it's not easy to that you can just. So here we are going to recreate my character. That's why I wanted to play a Pathfinder Kingmaker. We're going with the main story, of course. The main story of Pathfinder Kingmaker, from what I remember, is you go to a territory that you are going to manage, because it's the title Kingmaker. Kingmakers who are going to create a kingdom. It's really good. Okay, so next. So you can select your difficulty here. For me, I like to play normally. So most of the time I'm going to normal. People sometimes goes for challenging, hard, unfair. I'm not that kind of guy. I want to play nicely. I want to play with you. I want to have a fun time together. That's what I want. So do you have the different options here? Critical hits, weak, that's okay. Death door, yes. Dead compares after combat, remove. Yeah, no problem with that. I think the auto level up, I will put that for companions, because I don't like to manage everything myself at this game. I prefer to really focus on my character, really. So, enemy stat adjustment, yeah. Damage to party, enemy difficulty. Okay. That's a difficulty a bit custom just because I changed the auto level up, but that's okay. So, next. I'm going to create a new character. The other ones are the ones from just by default. You can just select one, go and play. So I'm going to create my own character, and what I did, it's adding my own picture to the to the game. I did that during the week. That was really something. So next, here, so what we are going to select is that we are going to play an elf, of course, not a male but female. Body type, that one is good. Skin tone, that's cool. Face type, we have 5 face type. Yeah, the first one is okay. Hairstyle, blonde, of course. Well, I can put that here, yeah. So I'm a right-handed, as you saw on the picture. I have my hammer on the right side of it. So hairstyle selected. Next. Here come the classes from Pathfinder. The classes from Pathfinder is really, you have a lot of classes. That's the D&D universe. You are going to have the same class over and over with each version they are going to create. They did a simplification on D&D 5.0, and it was I tried it and I liked it, but they changed so much from certain classes that it was not the best. So I'm going to select fighter, of course. I'm not going to select other ones because I just want to stay as a fighter. As I select that, I do not need to see any information. I know how it works, but I'm going to explain to it for you. So how the fighter works is, see, it's someone that's going to the front. So I'm going to to have more fortitude and reflex than a will save. The saving throws is against effect that goes on you, either by traps or magic. You have more effect that can go on you. So for example, the base attack bonus is when you attack. So the fighter gets 1 point per level. And that's a really good point for the because you're always you can decide to do a fighter ranged, but I want to go on the front. You have no spells, and you gain some features and abilities with this. So, for example, fighter proficiencies. You can use all simple and martial weapons with armor and shield, including tower shields. On the bonus combat feat, you have level 1 until I think, yeah, you have combat feats until level 20, and that's really good. The class skills, so we have a long skill list for it. So we have athletics with it, you have knowledge of the world, law, nature, and persuasions. Okay. So with the special that you have with fighter, you have bravery. You gain +1 bonus on will save against fear. You have magic, yeah, where you can put the save and so on. It's like you can cause fear to someone, and that helps. The bravery helps with the against the fears. You can take feats after that are normal. That, for example, will work against those and get more willpower. Okay, so for example, we have armor training. For example, you are going to have less penalty, and you are going to have more dexterity bonus if you have a high dexterity bonus. Hi Bila, how are you? For example, if I see here, you have the example of to a maximum -4 reduction on the armor and check for dexterity bonus. So dexterity bonus gives you more armor and you are less likely to be hit by the enemy. Weapon training, you can choose a group of weapons. For example, I want to choose a group of weapons where my Warhammer is going to be, and I'm going to have a +1 to touch the enemy, and I'm going to hit harder the enemy. After that, you have the weapon training. The weapon training, that's the other one. I see that you can get a second group of weapon training. I didn't remember that. Seems that I'm failing. my head is failing. Okay, so we have selected what we wanted. We have fighter level 1. After that, here you are going to you see that the game is going to recommend to get to strengths and constitutions. My constitutions is at 8 because I'm an elf. An elf gets a -2 because it is a race modifier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to 18 for my strength, so I'm going to do a lot more damage. For now, I can go only up to 13 points in constitution. For a fighter, you don't really need intellect and charisma. For example, I can stay here and can try to get to 14 points of constitution. Wisdom is a good choice too, so that you can have a better resistance of willpower. That's a good thing to get. So as you play Pathfinder, the normal one, you are not going to get normally the persuasion, but the persuasion is going to be good because you are going to talk a lot, try to persuade people, and so on. After that, what you want to do for me is athletics. I want to have a boost of +8 in athletics each time I roll a dice. So here I've got my ability scores, 18 in strength, 14 in constitution, 10 in intelligence, 12 in wisdom, and 8 in charisma, because I'm not using charisma a lot. I can go to 7, but I don't want to. I'm not a player that's going to max out everything that I need. So next. After that, you have to select the abilities for the fighter. So, for example, here I want that's the you have a feat. You have a feat level 1, but you have a bonus combat feat with the fighter. So for the bonus combat feat, what I'm going to do is going for weapon focus with Warhammer directly. After that, for the feat, what I want is maybe a bit more of persuasion or already Iron Will. For example, adding 2 more points to Iron Will from the beginning. I could go for shield focus to have more shield-oriented feats that will help me in what I want to do. But I think that yeah, it's hard because there are so many that you can choose that are really good, really good. Toughness can help me with the missing hit points that I have. After that, armor focus to have more armor. Shield focus, maybe I could go for toughness this time. Yeah, toughness is a good choice. So for example, I go for toughness. Next. Here, I'm thinking
I'm wounded.
brave would be good. Let's see.
You should have run.
She's confident, all right. And of course, we are going to call her Tia. She's more like just a neutral character for a thing. And the birth date, we are just going to do something that you call. Okay, I need to delete that. Rover, yes. Okay. Just 11 of Rover, birth date. I don't know if it plays anything in the game, but we are going to see.
A mere flesh wound.
So here is just a resume of all of what we have. And you can see also the traits from the Elvens. You have Keen Sense that gives a +2 on perception check. Elven Magic that gives more like for caster to caster level to spell resistance. So yeah, it's really good. Skill check to Wind Defender. The Elven Magic is not for you. It's really good for fighter. The Elven Magic. I know that in Pathfinder you can change that for other traits that are really good. You have Elven immunities that can't be put to sleep, and I gain a +2 racial saving throw bonus against enchantment spells and effects. Elven weapon familiarity, it's for some specific that I'm not going to use, except maybe the composite longbow to have a weapon to shoot far. I complete. And there we are going to enter the game. If you want me to just, let the...
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
So there are a lot of people talking in this game, so I'm going just to let people talk, and we are going to follow.
Where are they? This is taking forever. They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
Okay, so here we are going to encounter the Aldori. It's just like a noble house. And after that, we are going to enter the adventure. After the it's the
everyone.
tutorial.
I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable.
If you have any question, do not
We need
hesitate.
only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless. Exactly what Restov needs.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the stolen lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
Also, if you pass on to those, you can have little explanations. For example, the Stolen Lands are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northern eastern section of the River Kingdoms, bordering the nation of Brevoy and serving as a buffer between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms. Traditionally, the haunt of bandits and monstrous anomalies, the Stolen Lands are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border. Even to none have even been able to keep these realms under their control for long. You can have that with everything. For example, you have the story of Brevoy. You can just see here the little story of Brevoy. Restov is a city, of course. And so though we are continuing, of course.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
So here you have a selection of questions, but I already did the game several times. For what I know, you are going just to talk. You have more information with the section, and it's a good thing. For example, there is a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team after
Yeah.
all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question. We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not just recognize this Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region
Hello,
with
Bugs.
confidence.
Mango.
Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
How are you today, Box Mango?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
I'm pretty fine. I'm pretty fine too. I just prepared all day to this moment. I hope everything is going all right with my stream. If you see anything, if you see the sound is not good, if you see something that could be changed, don't worry. Just send me just talk about it, and I will do the rest next time, of course. So let's continue. You are helping us found the barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around or whatever it is you do.
Of course, we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Of course. There are always a political intrigue in those things. You are going to create a kingdom. Oh yeah, but yeah, you are going to pay somewhere. What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
It's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet, go, and return in triumph.
So after that, normally, I think that you can talk to someone, but...
My name's Lindsay. I'm a bard.
Yeah,
though
Lindsay.
This is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
Plenty of great feats in store. Tia, pleased to meet you. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Weird, don't worry. I just wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
I'm no hero, just a mercenary.
And what are you a mercenary for? Is it only riches? Or maybe you want glory, too? Don't you want your feats to be remembered and glorified for centuries? Just listen. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Let's see the insert here. Not a bad plan, it's settled, and he'll accomplish the feats and he'll write them down. What about that barbarian? She looked pretty Katisonema Miri. And this against Tartuccio. Not a bad plan. I want that for myself.
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Yeah. So... I'm just going to move. No, I don't want tutorials. Thank you. I don't want tutorials. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have some tutorials, but don't worry. It's the tutorial. Oh.
Help! Help!
What's going on? Is this a joke? Get out of my room. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help.
Oh.
Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
That's a problem. Oh, that's... yeah. You're not going anywhere. Okay. Yeah. For example, here I put the animations for combat super fast because I love to fight very fast. But I can change that if I remember correctly in the options. Yeah, for example, increase party animation speed. We can put that to maybe 6 and the enemy 6. Because else it's going to be really, really slow. So here I'm going to attack and you die. Nice. Yeah, collect all. Oh, adventurer, you know about it, but adventurers takes everything every time, and I'm not. I'm the same. I see loot for me, I take the loots every time. Go there, please, faster. This incense gold coin, that's for sale. Something there. Oh, yes, sir. More gold for me. Gold for me. Let's see. Oh. How dare you get them? What shall I do with this one? We'll finish him later. Won't get away. We are going to fight. It just charged. Can I charge on someone? No, I can't on him. Ah, die.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
Yeah.
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Yeah, I already do not like this guy. So, for example, what he sent to me is a +1 to armor class. That's good. That's really good. Okay. I prefer my Warhammer to hit more. And that's it. I'm not going to change anything with her, I think. She has a light crossbow. And she can't use that. And him, he has a crossbow and his magic. Okay, and you... Yeah, that's not a problem. You have more armor class, that's cool. Okay, let's see. Oh, copper ring and some gold. Let's continue.
I'm there. I'm always ready. You should have
Make an epic
run.
pose. I need inspiration.
So who plays first? Me. Nice. Die. Oh, that's hurt. You going to advance. Just throw frost, yeah.
Leave this for me.
Nice. Oh. Ow! Hey, stop that. You are going to advance a bit. Here we go. She has. I'm going to use these on this one. And
Strike.
I missed. Ah, God, I hate that. I had that a miss. You.
Just die already.
And you didn't move. Attack at opportunity. Yeah, when someone attack from the close combat with a bow, they are going to be attacked back in Pathfinder. Okay. Can I use that?
Yes.
Nice.
Don't
Yeah.
hold back.
Oh. Yeah. Please stop missing.
Time to be
The dice are not with me tonight. Next one.
Serves you right.
No, miss.
This will hurt.
And here they. Let's see. We have 3 corpses. And ooh. So I'm going to take that. I don't need those. And here we go. Man. I took all.